Welcome back, guys. So we recorded earlier on the way to Falcon's Fury Harley in Conyers, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. And as you know, it had been raining. So I recorded on the way there just a few minutes, kind of explaining where we were going, what we were doing on this ride. Since then, we went to Falcon's Fury. Everybody in there, it's my first time. Everybody was really nice and knowledgeable. I did get to look at some of the 2026 bikes that they had in stock. Unfortunately, they didn't have the CVO ST Street Glide. That's really one that I want to see. Not that I can afford it or I'm going to buy it, but I'd really want to see it. The new paint that they put on it, everything that I hear, it's beautiful. I did get to look at a new trike. They pretty much redesigned the whole rear end of the trike. There's a lot of new features on those. And then they had some 23 CVO Street Glides, which a brand new bike that's 3 years old. They can't get rid of them, I guess. But all in all, I mean, there was a good selection of bikes in there. I was pleased with the amount of bikes and the variety of bike. And then also their merchandise, they have a pretty decent sized merchandise department. It was worth the trip to go. But when I left there, I went to Fraser's, which is roughly was about an hour or so from Falcon's Fury. And Fraser's the same way. They had a lot of bikes. I don't know that they had the amount of bikes that Falcon's Fury had, but they had a lot of nice bikes. And they also had a good merchandise section. They had things that I've never seen before in a dealership. They had a vast majority of pins and stickers and patches and decals, and most dealerships that I go to, they don't have a lot of like kids wear, but at Fraser's they had full-on leather jackets for babies on all the way to full-grown adults. I mean, I was impressed. I was really impressed. That being said, luckily we haven't been in any more rain. It's warmed up. I mean, it's still cloudy, but I think it's like 47, 48 degrees, something like that. Something's on fire out here. But it's been a pretty good ride. I rode down I-20 all the way to Falcon's Fury, and then I got on 85 a little bit, headed to Fraser's, and then when I left Fraser's, I went to Royston, Georgia, just to ride back this way. And from here all the way back, the rest of the ride is just going to be these back roads, which I'm fine with. It's a lot more peaceful than the interstate. Kind of more relaxed and way more to look at. The view's a lot nicer. But I think we got about 90-ish, 100 miles left to go. We've already done about 240 today. It's really turned out to be a much better ride than I thought it was going to be with the weather. The weather's held off, like I said, so I mean, I'm pleased with that. But if any of you've ever been to any one of those two dealers, let me know what you thought, and let me know what other dealers, around that you really like. What dealership do you like to go to or like to visit? Who has the best, the most choices, we'll say? Who's got the most bikes? Who's got the best bikes? Merchandise, whole 9 yards. What dealership do you like the most for those reasons? Oh, and then staff. Some dealers, the staff is just not even worth going in for. But like I said, Falcon's Fury seemed like they had everybody I talked to very nice. They weren't pushing anything on you. Same thing with Fraser's. Nobody was pushing you to buy something. They simply asked if you need help. And I stayed there and talked to one guy for probably 15 minutes. He's just a cool guy. I'd definitely go back. I will be back. I do love riding back this way though, versus just taking the interstate, which from Royston, Georgia to back home, there is no interstate. It's all through little towns and things of that nature, which is fine. But what bike is your favorite in 2026 that Harley specifically dropped? I watched the drop party and all. I watched it live, and I don't know specifically my favorite. It would have to be the Street Glide CVO ST. I mean, that bike is just and I don't like red. The color red is not my favorite by any means, but it's got the red accents on it, on the engine, and it's got the red flake paint. So it's a gray motorcycle, but in the sunlight it's got red flakes in it, and they kind of look purple, but it's a really good looking bike. And you know, it's bigger motor, more power. That's always good, right? I mean, that's always, everybody loves power. So I can't wait to see one of those. Fraser's didn't have one either. Hopefully soon somebody will get one. They got my number. I told them to call me when they get one in so I could come check it out. But I mean, I've been calling around asking if they've got one. Well, it might be on the truck today. We don't know. So I guess we'll still wait on that. But this will be I guess the end of part 2. Wanted to give you another update. I might get back on here and when we get closer to home after maybe an hour or so from now and kind of wrap it up. But yeah, if you like what you see, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It really helps me out. Other than that, I appreciate it, guys.